Okay. Very cool. So we are live from Watertown, New York. What is up, crew? Welcome to Watertown. Happy Thursday night, Friday morning. What's going on, Dustin Berlin? What's going on, Chocolate Johnny? Welcome to my scope. I'm digging the Snapchat. I am digging the Snapchat. Good day, mate. I just looked up Brian Fanzo's live streaming tips, the 5 tips. So I'm going to try and follow all the 5 tips. I think we should all add each other on Snapchat right now. How perfect. You're like reading my mind, Dustin. This is great. So before I get going, I'm ChrisStrub. And I am best known for traveling around the country this summer. Visited 50 states in 100 days and volunteered with different youth organizations in each state. 50 states, 100 days, left on May 15th and finished up on August 21st. So South Carolina to North Carolina. Yeah, thank you, Dustin. And we do still have to chat. I was DMing you before. Chocolate Johnny, thanks for sharing, buddy. Appreciate it. So introduce yourself. Second one was something else. Provide value. So here's why I am so fired up about Snapchat. So my good friend Brian Fanzo, and it's funny I say good friend because I've never met this guy, but maybe some of you have, right? Well, I'm getting to it. So the 5 tips are, the sequence of how your stream should go. So you introduce yourself, you provide value, you engage with your audience, you recap, and I'm missing a step. I feel like I'm at a Republican GOP debate where you count 5 things and you forget one of them. Right. So here's what Brian did tonight, okay? Brian tweeted tonight, add value, there you go. He tweeted tonight that he posted a Snapchat to his story, which I saw because I'm friends with him on Snapchat, and many of you may have seen him as well. Posted that 83 people saw that Snapchat, and it was a Snapchat asking, "Hey, what are you doing? Tell me what's going on with you." And as the remainder of the tweet, he wrote 49 people of those 83 wrote back to him. 49 out of 83 took action on this post that he put on his story, that he put out there. So it was something that he put on his story. It wasn't a direct message. If you're not terribly familiar with Snapchat, you can send snaps directly to people, or you can put them on your story and people can look at them at their leisure, right? So Brian, who first of all needs way more friends on Snapchat, I can't believe that his number would be that low. So if you go on my Twitter, you can find his Snapcode, little square snap code. I just tweeted out actually 16 of those snap codes, including Brian's, and all you have to do is screenshot it and then go to Snapchat and add it. So Johnny, what I was saying was Brian wrote that he posted a Snapchat story that said, "Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're up to tonight." Reply in a comment. And 49 out of 83 people wrote back to that. 49 out of 83. Now, think about if you're buying an ad for your company. Maybe it's a banner ad on a popular website, right? What is your objective? You want to get as many eyeballs on there. And so many people are like, oh, Chris, you're periscoping and you're Snapchatting and there's only 40 people seeing it or 50 people seeing it, or even blab, like, oh man, there's only 75 people that see that blab. Like, what's that about? But no. The reason why you would post an ad, a banner ad, is because you're going to get as many people to see it, but your response rate, your click-through rate, a very good an extraordinarily good click-through rate on a banner ad would be 1%, 0.5%, even less than that. So you have to start thinking of ways to get above and beyond, those click-through rates. So if you posted something on a much less popular website, of course, and got a much stronger click-through rate, boom, there's your success. But now take it to the next level. Imagine you had a click-through rate of 65%, and not just a click-through rate, not just I'm going to look at this, but also you have the opportunity to reply and respond and talk to that person. Hi, like this, Susie KL, hello. I'm supposed to be engaging with people as I go along as well. I'm trying to channel my inner fanzo. I'm really doing the best I can. But when someone says that they've posted a video that 83 people saw and 49 people replied to it, think of how many impressions you would need if you had a 0.5% response rate on a banner ad, right? So 0.5 times, I'm not going to do all the math, but you would need to have had thousands more, at least hundreds, if not thousands more impressions behind that to get that type of impression. And for someone like Brian, you talk about being responsive and being able to get back with each other. This is why I love apps like Periscope as well. See, Johnny says Snapchat rocks. You have the opportunity to engage and talk with people as you're going instead of even having to reply back to those individual things. So I know Brian Fanzo seems to be loving Snapchat, and Snapchat is all the rage amongst a lot of marketers and everything lately. But the reason I still love Periscope is that it gives you that opportunity to offer that direct engagement. You see Editor Man Caves writing back, side conversation because I'm not doing a very good job of speaking with you guys. See, now I get distracted. Brian, how the hell do you do this? This is really freaking hard. So, again, to get back to it, and there's Brian. Perfect. So Brian Fanzo writes on Snapchat. 83 people 83 people looked at a Snapchat that he posted. There was a 10-second video that said, "Hey, tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're up to. How can I help?" And of those 83 people, who is this iSocial Fans guy? I don't know. I mean, I heard he's a Cowboys fan, right? Of those 83 people that saw this video that Brian posted, and it should be 8,300 or 83,000, but of those 83, 49 people wrote back to him. That response rate is insane. And it's because this guy is human, he's authentic, and he genuinely wants to help. That is the secret. That's the key. Show that you want to help. Show you care, if you want to use another fanzoism. I've learned more from you than anyone else on Snapchat. Now you're making me blush. I don't know if that's true. I think I have an innovative idea, and I'm going to plug that I'm doing a blab tomorrow with Robert Stern at noon, and we're going to talk a lot about my use case for Snapchat this summer. So again, if you missed my intro, again, I'm ChrisStrub. This summer I traveled around the United States. I volunteered with youth organizations in all 50 states over the course of 100 days. You probably have not seen as much of me on live streaming over the past couple months because, long story short, I've been trying to get my stuff together, trying to get my life in order, trying to get a job, trying to figure out what to do with all of this experience. And it seems that there may be some good things coming my way. It's been really tough in a bit of a financial hole, but I'm great. I'm here. I'm rooting on my playoff-bound Cowboys. And I'm fired up. I'm fired up for the future. I'm fired up for the new year that's coming. I'm really excited for some awesome things. You're very informative and you speak very, very clear. Well, thank you. I got to get used to trying to balance the comments with what I'm trying to say. That's why now I lost all respect. What about creating a call to action at the summit for people to be active? Yes. Be active. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, you're good at it, buddy. Keep it going. I don't know. Oh, Cowboys. I got you. That makes sense. Well, I should put the hat on for you then, just in case you wanted to get a screenshot there. Nate, you are awesome. So glad I met you on Blab, now Periscope, and even more on Snapchat. See, it's not about the medium. It's about the message. I don't, Packers. Yeah, well, we'll see you this weekend. Are you really confident in your Packers? And what I really love about the idea of these new social tools is that I genuinely feel like I've gotten to know many of you guys. A few of you guys are in the room now. Hopefully some other folks will watch on the replay over the next 24 hours. But when, and I'm not saying if, when I get a chance to meet everybody, Dustin says, what if we actually had a community project there? iSocial Fan. When I get a chance to meet everybody, this isn't going to be like any other meetup where, we've been sending emails, or maybe you're handing out your business card and you're trying on the treadmill at 2 a.m. See, I skipped the treadmill because I got stuck late at work tonight. So I just came straight home, and I really wanted to scope about this because I thought that tweet was something that needed to be magnified and amplified the best that I could. 83 people saw a Snapchat and 49 people wrote back to it. And that's not a mistake. That's not a coincidence. That the businesses that are going to succeed and the individuals that are going to succeed, and I think as we look forward into 2016, it's going to be even more about the individual than about the business. And I think businesses would be smart to try and team with some of these individuals, much as Applebee's did or as some others have, because a business is never going to get that kind of response rate, unless we all, I missed that last comment, unless we all something 30-second, which is okay. We all have to pick our connections. Like Fanzo said, no handshake. We're going straight for a hug, bro. You know it. You know it. And you know why that is? Because I feel like I'm friends with Chocolate Johnny. That dude lives in the other hemisphere. You know what I mean? He lives in the other hemisphere. I've never been out, south of Mexico. And that dude lives in Australia. And I feel like I know him personally. So we don't have time to be casual. I don't know about that either. I think there'll be plenty of time. I mean, we all have the same amount of time. So true, mate. International. Right. So that's why I'm so fired up about Snapchat. That's why I'm so fired up about the response rate that is absolutely insane on Snapchat. And I pledge to you guys as well, if you want to add me on Snapchat, it's at ChrisStrub. Send me a snap. I will write back to you. You can check out my story. I thought this was kind of funny. I posted a story tonight at work about what I do at work, and I thought it was kind of fun. And I got a snap back from my mate. I was excited. You came by on my scope today. See, it's exciting when people join in, because you can spend all the money you want, but we all only have the same amount of time. Even in Australia, you can confirm that, right? There's also 24 hours a day in Australia. So for Johnny to spend 10 minutes of his day listening, that's valuable. That's so valuable, because in a world where, everyone has the same amount of time, to choose to spend your time listening to me or watching a blab with me and somebody else, or coming to a summit where you can meet all these people. I mean, that's tangible. Whereas, this isn't just, oh, I want to spend $100 here and $500. What am I going to invest in? This is a great game where we all start with the same amount of time, and how you choose to spend that time is really the most valuable thing that you can do. Yes, but we are in the future. Chris, your Friday looks unreal. Very nice. It's actually going to be pretty warm here in Watertown. So I apologize. I am not the best Periscoper in the world. I also spent a lot of my time this summer on Meerkat, where it was a lot easier to keep up with comments. The interface was a little different, so I could tell who was here and all those things. So if I suck at this, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I don't know why I'm doing this thing with my knuckle. This is a new thing, I guess, that I started doing now. I'd rather this format or one-on-one rather than reading about people. Well, Susie, it's great to meet you. And I'm going to keep going like this it's like I'm knocking on the glass. Like, this is kind of fun. And hey, I appreciate the hearts. That's cool. Another thing that's pretty awesome is just to touch on Periscope Summit real quick. When you look at who the speakers are, they don't judge based on the number of hearts. I hear that this is a big thing that everyone's like, oh, how many hearts do you have? What 3 million hearts for? Like, I don't even know how many hearts I have. It's not very many, because I don't do this very often. Truth is, I spend most of my time on Meerkat, and so I don't know. I wasn't going to talk about Periscope Summit too much. Didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Chris, if you need anything, just reach out. My chocolate door is open for you. Fantastic. Johnny, I sometimes it takes me a while to warm up to new people. Like I'll watch for a while or I'll listen in. And I had heard for a couple of weeks that Johnny was out there. And I'm like, oh, who's this Chocolate Johnny guy? Chocolate Johnny, like, I guess he sells chocolate. This dude is really, really nice. I would buy anything from that guy. You should sell more expensive chocolate. And if I had money, I would buy it. But I am broke as hell because I spent all my money traveling around the United States this summer, which I will be more than happy to talk even more about tomorrow on Blab with Robert C. Stern at 9 Pacific, noon Eastern. So this guy needs his beauty sleep. I am going to recap. That was step number 5, right, Fanzo? 83 views on a Snapchat video. 49 people wrote back to it. That is bonkers. Bonkers! That's like a 60+% response rate. And that is why I am amongst this group that thinks that we are just crushing the ideas of traditional marketing and media and these traditional numbers of 0.002% click-through rate. Who the hell cares about a click-through rate? You guys chose to spend your time hanging out here with me. That is a million click-through rates. This is the goal. This is what you want when you put a banner ad up, is you want people to look into and to invest in your business or your brand. And Night Chris, and thank you for sharing your time. Thank you. I feel like this is like a vote ChrisStrub sort of like I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my hand. It's kind of awkward and weird, but I'm going to sign off for now. It was great to see you guys. Check out my tweets. I want you to, here's my call to action. Maybe that should be Brian's new closing tip, right? Call to action when the scope is over. Go on my Twitter, find those 16 snap codes that I just tweeted out, and screenshot them all, and add all of those 16 people, including Chocolate Johnny. So you only have to do 15. Probably 14 because you're already friends with Colleen and Fanzo. So go Snapchat them all, or snapshot them all, or screenshot them all, or I promise I haven't been drinking, although I'm going to have a beer after this, because this Periscope thing is pretty crazy for me. But, and also, it's just weird to sit here. You know what I mean? It's weird to sit in one place. Like, I'm so used to streaming on the move and like go, go, go. Like I would stream like walking down the streets of Memphis, Tennessee, or like doing a tour of a nonprofit in Las Vegas, or like we're painting windows in my, like I'm sitting in my apartment. Like who wants to watch this? Who cares? It doesn't matter how good the stuff that I'm saying is. Like I'm just sitting here stationary, not doing anything. I want to get out and do. I want to get out and do. So thank you for tuning in for a few minutes, even though I imagine it's boring to watch someone sitting in their living room. I hope this was a worthwhile few minutes. I do want to say thank you to Brian Fanzo for popping by and for providing that incredible insight about his Snapchat success rate. That's unbelievable. And if you don't believe in Snapchat, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Add me on there, send me a snap. I'll write back to you, and we'll talk.